In this video, we're going to have a look at Google Analytics behavior reports. These reports can tell you what pages people visited and what they did on those pages. Did they watch a video? Did they make a purchase? So very useful information can be gathered from these behavior reports. And to get started with this, you need to make sure, of course, that you are on the reporting tab at the top of your Google Analytics screen. Now we're going to mouse over. Notice we are currently on audience, so I'm going to reduce that down by left-clicking on it and scroll down to behavior. Let's left-click to expand behavior and then left-click on overview. Now, having a quick glance here, up in the top right-hand corner, we can click on our date picker and we can choose a specific range for our report. So for example, if you want to view clients' behavior during a specific promotional period, maybe you have a promo going on in the summer and you wanted to just view the report for that time period, you could do that using the date picker. Below that, we can see our overview, and the default for our graph is set to day, but if we left click on hourly, or we can view weekly or monthly. Those are our four different options for our graph. And if we scroll down a little bit further in our overview report, we can see the number of page views, the number of unique page views, as well as the average time spent on the page. Now, the difference between page views and unique page views is that a page view is the number of times that a page was viewed, and it will include repeated views. So if somebody is browsing your website and they keep coming back to the same page, it's going to keep counting that page as a page view. Whereas unique page views will only count a page once per session. The average time spent on a page is self-explanatory. That's the amount of time that somebody has spent on a particular page. Our bounce rate, the bounce rate is a measurement of when somebody comes to your website and then leaves without actually viewing any other content. So perhaps they got to your website by accident, or maybe they didn't like what they saw, so they just turned around and left once again. The percentage exit, this is a measurement of how often users leave your site from a specific page. Now, if we go back over to the left once again, below our overview, we have our behavior flow. If I click on my behavior flow, we can view the behavior flow reports. Now, unfortunately, this is a demonstration website, so it doesn't have a lot of traffic, and it's kind of hard to illustrate without actually having a real world environment. So when you go to the behavior flow of your actual live website, you're going to see a lot more meaningful information here to really illustrate these points. But the purpose of the behavior flow report is to show us the path that viewers take when they visit our website. So this can help us identify trends. For example, are people coming to our website through the home page and then adding items to their shopping cart, getting to the point where they have to create an account or enter their credit card number and then leaving? Well, that would be a good indication that we need to change the format of our page. It can also help you identify pages that are broken on your website. If you see a large number of people leaving from a specific page, perhaps there's an issue with that page, so you'll want to check it out and make sure that it works in all of the different web browsers. If we go down to our site content below our behavior flow, from here we can view all pages, just our landing pages, exit pages, and we can also do content drill down. So let's click on all pages, and from here, once again, we can choose our date that we want to view. So this is just going to show us our site content, and we can view by day, week, or month. Notice there's no hourly option for this graph. And if we scroll down a little bit further, here, once again, we can see the name of the page. There's only one page on this website currently, and there's page views, unique page views, average time spent. We know what those do, but there's also entrances. So how often are users entering your web page or your website from this specific page? Once again, we have our bounce rate and our percentage exit. And over on the far right, we have a very important column. This is the page value. And if I mouse over the little question mark in our column, we can see here the formula that's actually used to calculate the dollar value for this column. And this column tells us the average value of a page. It's calculated by the transaction revenue plus the total goal value divided by unique page views for that page. So it's easy to see why the page value would be very useful knowledge for somebody who's running an e-commerce website. So that's a quick look at Google Analytics behavior reports.